Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to QUIZME with Quibski, Cloud Practitioner Edition. Today, I have another guest for you, Chris. Chris, can you introduce yourself?
So my name is Christopher Olano, and you can call me Chris. So I am a developer of Avail. So basically, my stack is PHP. So I use different stack also, like Meln. So but currently on my company, we are using PHP.
I see. So, Chris, why did you take up the Cloud Practitioner? Or what? How did you discover it?
First kasi, nung na-deploy ako dun sa company ko, may S3 kasi kaming as our provider. So,
Okay.
S3 pa lang yung alam ko. So,
Okay.
backup lang.
I see.
So, basically, kaya gusto ko mag-cloud is para ma-wide yung knowledge ko about the cloud. And as well as gusto ko rin maging modern yung way of deploying an application and modern way of creating an application.
I see. So, what was in your S3? It's purely backup? Is it in zip format? What kind of files did you place there in your S3, the object storage?
Naka-zip format siya. So basically yung S3 namin is for backup lang talaga. And we have different provider, VPS, Virtual Private Server, on another cloud. So naka-tie up si AWS sa VPS namin. Then usually may certain time na nagbabackup si AWS.
And now that you're Cloud Prac, what has been different in that? Are you still just using S3?
Yes, but thinking na baka pwede namin i-migrate yung application namin into AWS para mas maganda yung pagkaka-architect and as well as nakaka-adapt siya ng changes throughout time.
All right. Okay. So now, this format. Our format is I'll give you 5 random questions.
Yes.
And then basically, I'll read out the long questions.
Okay.
Then please read the answers. And then while you read the answers, just give your thoughts on the answers. No?
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay. So let's start. Okay, first question. Which of the following provides an additional security layer to the AWS Management Console for login attempts?
So, when it comes to security layer, it's either...
So, first option, additional password. Second option, secret access key. Third option, root account access privilege. Fourth option, multi-factor authentication.
Sige, i-read ko lang ulit yung question. Kasi normally, I read it twice para mas fully understand ko siya.
Read it twice, okay. That's a good advice sometimes.
So, which of the following provides an additional security layer to AWS Management Console for login attempts? So, basically, yung AWS Management Console is web application siya na nagla-login ka using your credentials. So, ang tinatanong dito is additional security layer. So, meron tayong tinatawag na MFA, multi-factor authentication. So, basically, lang ginagawa niya is when you log in, you should also provide as well the random code na naka-attach dun sa mobile mo. So, basically, kailangan mo i-set up siya before mo ma-enable yung multi-factor authentication. So the additional password, yung first option is, I think, hindi siya possible kasi when you log in, isa lang yung password mo. And then, yung sa secret access key naman, usually, hindi siya valid for me. Kasi usually, ginagawa lang siya sa command line interface or...
Sa CLI.
Yeah. Then, yung root account access privilege, this is something that ito yung ginagamit kapag ito yung pinaka main account. So basically yung root account can handle or can go through multiple AWS services. So for ang tanong kasi additional security layer. So that means na MFA siya.
MFA yung answer mo. Yan, ito. Final answer?
Okay, yeah.
Alright, final answer. Tignan natin. Correct. Very good, no?
Nice.
So, additional info lang doon is, yung privilege kasi, usually, after login na yun. So, before, may ibang authentication at authorization. Ang tinatanong doon is authentication, right? Login
Okay.
So, yung MFA is that layer. Yung privileges, nasa authorization layer na yun, which is after. Okay, next question. What Amazon EC2 purchase option allows you to take advantage of unused AWS EC2 resources and provide up to 90% discount compared to on-demand price?
Siguro, ayun, like I said, babasahin ko siya ulit. Pwede niyong gayahin yung tactics ko na babasahin niyo twice para mas fully understand niyo siya. So, what Amazon EC2 purchase option allows you to take advantage of unused AWS Cloud EC2 resources and provide up to 90% discount compared to on-demand prices. So, sa option 1, convertible reserve instance. So, basically kasi may instance type. It's either reserve, dedicated host, so spot instance. So, sa reserve instance, may two category is one is convertible and one is standard. Ang difference niya is si standard mas makakamura ka, pero ang drawback lang is you cannot convert your instance family like the OS. So yun yung advantage naman ni convertible na pwede siyang makapag-change ng OS instance family. Then yung dedicated host, hindi siya makakatipid kasi parang you are acquiring a certain hardware na exclusive lang sa use nyo.
Parang bare metal to, no? So yung buong metal box. Parang
so basically, hindi ka makakatipid dun. Then ang tanong kasi, AWS Cloud EC2 resources and provide up to 90% discount. So yung spot instance naman kasi, ang ideya niya dyan is when you avail the spot instance, there will be a time na pwede siyang mawala. Pwede rin siyang maging available sa'yo. So, mawawala siya kapag nagsiset kasi tayo ng, nagbibid tayo ng price for EC2 instances para sa spot instance. So, kapag na-reach niya and nag-exceed sa bill or yung target price mo, mawawala yung spot instances mo. So, among 4 choices, ang pinaka nakakatipid is na pwedeng makapag 90% discount is yung spot instance. Ayun. Yes.
Okay, tinan natin. Spot instance. Final answer? Correct. Spot instance nga, no? Okay, next question. Your company is migrating its on-site environment to AWS. Which service below would help you carry out a cost-benefit analysis to moving your AWS versus maintaining on-site for presentation to your board?
So, basically yung tanong is gusto nilang i-migrate yung on-premises nila sa cloud, right?
Correct.
So, ano daw yung magiging cost-benefit analysis? Kumbaga, ano yung ipe-present nila sa team na makakatulong para makapag-decide sila whether they deploy it on the cloud or remain on the on-site. So, first choice is AWS Cost Explorer. So, si Cost Explorer, siya yung parang nagbibigay ng parang prediction of your cost for a certain month. So, nagbibigay din siya ng future recommendation na pwede mong i-adapt. So, I think hindi siya pwede. So, sa consolidated billing naman, it helps you naman na since sa AWS Cloud, marami siyang account. So, if you simplify it, you can use this AWS feature na consolidated billing para isa na lang yung account niya, Sir Rafi.
Okay.
Then yung AWS TC calculator, so basically kino-compute niya yung maximum na pwede or yung approximate na pwede niyong magastos if you deploy your your on-premises application. So I think pwede to sa option 3. Tapos yung AWS config, normally ito yung mga nandito yung mga pwede mong baguhin, like gawin mong manual or anything. So basically hindi siya pwede.
Pang rules lang yan, pang rules.
So the best answer is yung AWS TC calculator.
TCO or Total Cost of Ownership Calculator. Tama, correct nga.
So right.
Ayan. Next question. Which service should you use if a customized self-hosted database needs to be started, which requires a scheduled shutdown every night to save on cost? Okay, so basically, buhay lang siya during daytime. Pero on nighttime, off.
Okay. Which service you should customize self-hosted database? Customize self-hosted. So database siya na nagre-require ng scheduled shutdown every night to save on cost. So the first option, si DynamoDB. Database siya for NoSQL. And for scheduled shutdown, I think wala siyang ganun na feature. Sa Redshift naman is database for analysis naman siya. So basically mga big data to. And I think hindi siya nagsha-shutdown kasi nag-analyze siya ng data. Sa Amazon, easy to instance with instance store volume. So basically, ito, when you deploy an EC2 instance, you have privilege either an instance store or an EBS volume. An instance store is attached to the EC2 instance itself.
Correct.
And yung EBS volume naman is separate ENI network, para siyang physical hardware na ina-attach mo lang sa EC2 instance. So, si instance store, I think, for me, wala siyang feature na scheduled shutdown based on sa mga nabasa kong white papers. Pero sa EBS, nabasa ko siya na may scheduled shutdown siya. Which requires... So, the question is...
So, ano yung final answer mo based sa nabasa mo so far?
Wait, basahin ko ulit yung question. Baka mali yung... I think, since ang tanong, database needs to be started which requires scheduled shutdown every night to save on cost. I think you can use EBS volume para makatipid ka. Ayun.
Okay, so itinan natin EBS volume. Tama pa rin. Very good. One last question. 4 minutes na lang naiwan, no? What AWS managed database offers up to 5 times faster processing capacity than a conventional MySQL database?
Okay, si RDS MySQL, may MySQL siya. Si Aurora meron din siya. Si MariaDB, as far as I remember, no SQL siya. Si Dynamo no SQL. So, ang tanong is MySQL. So, either RDS or Aurora. Si Aurora is built, mas mabilis siya kay RDS. So, I'll go with the Aurora since specify 5 times faster.
Okay. Si MariaDB pala, spin-off to ng MySQL. Parang imagine mo lang nag-fork sila. So nung nabenta nila yung MySQL dun sa isang kumpanya na sumusubok din na mag-cloud, na hindi natin i-mention ang pangalan niya. Kasi sumusubok lang. Yung developers ng MySQL, gumawa sila na bago called MariaDB. So,
pero may
SQL database pa rin siya, pero hindi siya MySQL.
MongoDB pa lang nasa utak ko.
Sige, tingnan natin ko. Aurora nga ba? Ayun, correct.
Yun. Nice.
So, you are, Cloud Practitioner ready. In fact, actually, Cloud Practitioner na nga ito, no? Gusto ko lang pala mag-add dun sa review natin ito, no? Itong sa question mo with the EBS versus Instant Store. So, dito guys, actually, pwede naman yung Instant Store mag-schedule shutdown din. Ang difference lang dito is, when you use Instant Store, any data that you put in the Instant Store, when you shut it down, the files or the data is lost.
Okay.
So because it's part of the EC2 itself, its underlying host changes, and so the data is lost there. But the EBS, when you start a shutdown, the data is inside still the EBS volume, and so as a database itself, you need that data to be retained. Now, otherwise, medyo useless magka-database kung hindi nare-retain. So that's why the answer here is the EBS volume.
Okay.
Alright. So that was all our 5 questions, no? Very good. Perfect, no? Thanks. So, what's your advice to the people who are taking up Cloud Prac and soon to be SAA2 also?
Kasi ako, basically, kumbaga, pag nagre-review ako, meron akong mindset, and as much as possible, I try to create a protocol. Kumbaga, ito yung follow kong protocol. So, every day, may nakaschedule ako. So, ito yung nakalaan para dito sa araw na to. So, para at the end of, or kung time na mag-exam ka, ready ka na. Kasi naka-distribute yung schedule ng pag-aral ko and kung ano yung topic na pag-aaralan ko. So, you can guys adapt that. And as well as, dapat maging focus kayo at the same time, mindset din and patience kasi nag-aaral kayo ng continuous. So, there would be a time na madadown kayo. So, okay lang yun, pero just keep pushing and keep moving forward.
Yeah. Siguro one last question. After Cloud Prac, since SAA na ka rin, Solutions Architect Associate Certified, how long did that take you?
Basically, nag-start ako ng November with user with Cloud Prac. So, actually, gusto ko na talaga Sir Rafi mag-AWS. So, I saw Aper and asked for kung ano yung curriculum nila. Pero, little by little, nakasali ako sa AWS group and I saw your post na you're looking for a candidate na pwedeng, which is free. That's why nandito
sa Cloud Prac.
So basically, nung my preparation for Cloud Prac is, I think, 2 months siya. Kasi wala talaga akong alam sa Cloud Prac. Nung first lesson nga ating sir, medyo kinakabahan kasi wala akong maintindihan ka.
Really? Sige.
Hindi ako aware. So, ako kasi, nag-challenge ako. So, nagdo-double time ako para maka-adapt ako. So, ayun. So, I took Cloud Prac nung December 16. So, I have a visualization. Nakikita ko sa future na kaya ko mag-SAA. So, right after that, nag-schedule agad ako ng SIA.
Okay, cool.
So, ang mindset ko kasi is, if kaya ng iba, kaya ko din. So,
tama naman guys. Kaya natin lahat to.
Dinistribute ko yung workload ko. Pinagsabay ko yung pag-develop ko. Yung pag-workout ko. At the same time, yung
aral.
Tsaka yung wife ko. So, ayun. So, it took me, I think, almost 1.5
months. That's actually a good, mga 6 weeks, 6-7 weeks. That's a very good timeline, especially since you come from Cloud Prac. So moving forward, it's easier a bit with SAA.
Pero if you would directly go to SAA without having a Cloud Prac, I think hindi siya applicable for 1.5 months.
Depends on background and everything, right? But yeah, so thank you very much for,
Thanks, Sir Rafi.
Don't forget guys to like and subscribe, go to our website, and visit and attend our meetups. Yay, thank you!